Hello everyone, we are going to be looking at an update for Hurricane Zeta. However, before we could get into the forecast, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream. Also, special thanks to the channel members. You can become one today. Of course, it is not required. But if you want to support the channel more, you can pay around $1 or $2 a month, and that'll pretty much give you some perks. And I can not list all of them because there's a bunch of perks, like being shouted out on videos and live streams. Right now, we are currently looking at the cone of uncertainty for Hurricane Zeta. As you're seeing here, we currently do have hurricane warnings, and it is a Category 1 hurricane. Right now, it just became a hurricane around the 1 p.m. update. As you can see, still a hurricane by the time it does make landfall. While it does make landfall, it's still a hurricane and does weaken a little bit, but still slightly that low-end Category 1 hurricane. We get to around 1 a.m. Wednesday, still a Category 1 hurricane, and it makes landfall as a Category 1 hurricane near the New Orleans area, and we are seeing hurricane watches around those areas, as well as tropical storm watches for portions of Alabama and the Florida coastlines, as well as a little bit of the central coastline of Louisiana. As it does make landfall, it will become a tropical storm again by the time it does get over Mississippi. A tropical depression by 1 p.m. Thursday as it goes over North Carolina. And we get to around 1 p.m. Friday. It does shrink. It is a post-tropical cyclone by then, but it does strengthen back into a post-tropical storm. So definitely we will see a little more impacts as it does strengthen into a tropical storm around the coastlines of Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. You are going to see some coastal impacts for some of those areas, but not really anything too bad there. Now here's a storm surge graphic, and you are going to see around 4 to 6 feet of storm surge from around the Dauphin Island all the way to Lake Borgne or Port Fortune. You are going to see around 4 to 6 feet of storm surge. You're going to see around 2 to 4 feet on Lake Pontchartrain. Vermilion Bay, you're going to see around 2 to 4 feet. Around the Dauphin Island to Navarre, you are going to see around 2 to 4 feet of storm surges, also including Mobile Bay, Alabama. You're going to see 1 to 3 feet of storm surge around the St. Andrew Bay area as well. That's also reaching down all the way down to Yankeetown, Florida. Here's the U.S. rainfall potential, and you are going to see mostly around 4 to 6 inches rainfall in more localized areas for Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. You're going to see some isolated spots for this 4 to 6 inches rainfall. You are going to see around 2 to 4 inches rainfall, more widespread. Rainfall is definitely not going to be one of the main threats, but definitely you will see definitely a decent amount of rainfall here. And you are going to see around 1 to 2 inches rainfall in the light green color. Most of the rainfall is actually going to be in the Gulf when it is in the Gulf. And then that rainfall is really going to weaken once it approaches the coastline. Here's a flash flood potential, and you are going to see around a 10% slight risk for some flash flooding in those yellow shaded areas there, and a 5% marginal risk for some flash flooding, which is very widespread, reaching all the way up into Illinois, Missouri, and Kansas, even Indiana, and a very tiny bit of Ohio there. You all do have a marginal risk, a 5% risk for some flash flooding. If you did enjoy the latest updates on Hurricane Zeta, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream. Also, make sure to share this video with any friends or family that may want updates on Hurricane Zeta or maybe even impacted by Hurricane Zeta. But anyways, stay safe.